What's good, people? This is Sam O'Reilly from Fight Talk. I'm delighted to be joined on the phone all the way from Texas. Eric Molina, how are you, mate?
I'm good, man. I'm good down here in Texas, man, enjoying my day.
What's the weather like? I bet it's a little bit warmer than it is here.
Yeah, it's about 106 degrees, humid out of here. And I'm just working every day, man. Doing my boxing thing, training twice a day, staying ready for whatever.
Cool. Now, the last time we saw you was in Poland in a really impressive win over Adamek. What's been happening since then, since that fight?
Well, you know what? After the Adamek fight, I want to say within a week or two, was it maybe 2 weeks, I was offered by Eddie Earn the fight with Anthony Joshua. That did happen. I had an injury on my right thumb that I went into the Adamek fight with that injury, and just went ahead and injured it, more severe in the fight. Was my right hand. I was very selective when I used it because of the injury that I had, and there was absolutely no way that I would have taken on Joshua without my right hand. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
And this game right now, with the position that I'm in, I'm not taking fights for the money, and I'm not taking fights any type of stupid moves. So, I'm trying to make the right moves and trying to enter every fight 100%. So that was the main thing for the Joshua offer.
Yeah. So when Eddie phoned you up, is that a fight that is that the route now? IBF. Obviously, you fought Deontay Wilder WBC. Is Anthony Joshua and the IBF route the route you're looking still to take?
I mean, definitely. You know what? Yeah, I'm in a position right now where I can't fight for a heavyweight world title. I'm eligible. If these world champions don't want to face me, so be it. They have the right to pick whoever they want to pick. That's okay. But my thing out there is that, hey, you know what? If they don't want to pick me, I'm willing to get into any type of fight to become to prove myself that I am worthy of fighting these guys. And my record right now, you can look at me, you can look at the record, you can say, well, he's lost here, he's done this. But one thing that anybody in that has any knowledge of the heavyweight division, they could say that I've gotten better. I had no amateur experience. I've been boxing 9 years of my life, and the only thing I've done every single fight is get better. So, and what a lot of people don't know now is in these last 2 years alone is I've gotten that much better. In these last 2 years, I shared the ring with Berman Stavern. I shared the ring with Archer Stilka in training camps. Deontay Wilder. I fought Tomas Adamek. Now we're looking at going to help Tyson Fury prepare for Klitschko.
Yeah.
I've been in the ring with really big names in the heavyweight division. I've gained so much experience, so much confidence. I mean, I'm up with any other heavyweight. I've been in, I'm doing my work out here. So, it don't matter who they bring me next. I don't want to call out the champions. I don't want to disrespect the champions. They're champions. If they pick me, I'm ready.
Yeah.
But if they don't, I'm willing to fight anybody in the top 10 to earn my spot.
Of course. Now, something I was going to touch on, you just touched on it yourself, Tyson Fury. You're going to be coming to the UK to get involved in his camp for the rematch for Klitschko. How did that come about? How did he get in contact with you?
Well, you know what? I mean, Klitschko isn't too much bigger than I am. I'm 6'5", 244 around. So I've had Peter on my social media, and I've respected what he does with his team, and Tyson Fury and Huey and Peter and those guys. They've always came across, as far as pretty straightforward with me. So I'm trying to get better, man. What it comes down to is I know I could help him and prepare for Klitschko, and I know that he could in turn give me some good looks. He's a tall guy, and all the champions are tall.
Yeah, of course.
So I'm not that type of guy that goes out on the road and is loud, or my work in the gym is my work in the gym. And I'm that guy. I'm not loud. I just try and do what
Definitely. How do you see that fight going yourself, the rematch between Fury and Klitschko?
I think that a lot of people don't give credit to Tyson Fury for how well he can move. I mean, you got a 6'9" guy moving around the ring, the way he moves around the ring, slipping punches, making you miss. He's elusive, and he's a big body, and he could punch decently. You know, that's going to give anybody problems. That's going to give and I feel it's going to give Klitschko the same problems again. You know, it's going to give him the same problems. You know, the whole thing with the first fight, Klitschko saying that he didn't throw punches, or that's a bunch of BS. You know, he knew he had to throw punches. It's just that there was nothing there for him to do. Tyson took away everything that he could have done. I think that the fight ends the same way, and I think Tyson Fury remains our champion after October 29th.
Nice. Now, obviously, you say about you want to stay relevant and stay active. Now, you're going to be over in the UK for the training camp. I know it's a big ambition of yours to fight over here.
Yeah, I mean, it's my dream. I had spoken to several different media outlets before I went to Poland, and I said exactly what I was going to do. I said, I'm going to knock out Adamek, and my goal is to fight and my goal and my dream is to fight in the UK. It still is my goal. I've reached out to so many different outlets. You know, I mean, as far as exciting fights, I know there's so many exciting fights for me to be a part of over there. Let's face it, and I've never been one to sugarcoat anything. Right now in the United States, the heavyweight division is nothing going on. You know, Deontay Wilder, he's out, he's injured. You know, there's nothing going on. Heyman's doesn't have that much stuff going on anymore. The UK has taken over the heavyweight division. It's in the minds and it's in the hearts of every heavyweight in America to fight in the UK. That's where the action's at. So, but even before it got to this point, it was my dream to fight in the UK. So, you're now even more, and I know that the fans from England are ones that appreciate the type of fight I'm willing to put on against anyone, any heavyweight from over there. So, you know, I don't know. We'll see what happens, and you know, I'm looking forward to joining Tyson's camp, and you know, hopefully that's a step in the right direction for the market out there.
Are there any names of any British heavyweights you'd like? I know obviously David Haye. He's ranked number 3 with the IBF, so that could move you up in the rankings with them. Is that a fight you'd be interested in, or is there a different name of a British heavyweight you'd like?
Anybody, and I'm going to be completely honest with you. I've shared the ring with Berman Stavern. I gave you a list of Arthur Spielka, Deontay Wilder. You know, I fought Tony Grano. I've been in with the big names. I've met David Haye. The guy, there's not one man in this world that I would say, hey, you know, I don't want to fight him. David Haye is definitely not one of those guys, and I will fight him easy. I'm not, like I said, I'm not in the business of calling out anybody. But, you know, if David Haye, I mean, he's got to see me number 8 in the IBF. If he's looking at a big fight, I'm ready to go. If David Price is talking about a big fight, you know, like him and David Caldwell have been talking my name and stuff, I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
Derek Chisora, same thing. I'm ready to go. And it's the same thing for any guy. It's not no disrespect. It's just me. It's me in this game. Me trying to work. Me trying to chase my dream. And I'm willing to fight anybody to get to where I got to get. So, you know, it's not nothing disrespectful to none of those guys. It's just I'm interested in making exciting fight. Let's make a big fight. That's what it's all about, you know. I'm a big guy. I'm a big puncher. I'm a vulnerable fighter, but I'm a big puncher, and I have a chance in any fight. So I'm willing to bring it to any fight, anywhere.
What about Dillon White? Dillon White has found it quite hard to get opponents over here. And I know you've spoken to Eddie before regarding the Joshua fight. Do you think Dillon White would be a good fight for you?
I see Dillon White, and you know, he's a very, very good fighter. Also, he's getting better every fight. And like I said, it's not no disrespect to Dillon White, but man, I'll fight my uncle in England. You know, if they pay, you know, I'm looking for a fight, man. You know, it ain't nothing personal. I'll fight any fighter from England. Molina, White, Price, David Haye, Chisora, Anthony Joshua, you know, whoever it is, it doesn't matter to me. My main thing is this. There's fighters out there in this world that are calling out Joshua, Tyson Fury, and they're calling out the big guys, the big names, and Wilder. Hey, if you're in that situation and they ain't calling your name back, then why not fight and be a mandatory? That's where I'm at with it. Hey, you know what? If they don't want to fight me, I'm in a spot where
make them fight you.
Pick somebody, and let's make a mandatory to where they have to fight me.
Yeah.
You know, don't just sit around all day and call names out all day. You know, David Price wants to say this, and this. Put yourself on a spot and earn your ticket. That's where I'm at, and that's why, you know, any of these names that you're bringing up are those type of fights. You know, I like the fight that Huey Fury just put together with Andy Reese, because he's putting himself in a spot to earn his world title shot. And I want to do the same thing. I just defeated Adamek on the road, which if people don't think that's good enough to earn the title shot, I'm willing to take another similar fight. You know, and do it again, and do it on the road again, beat somebody the same way. So that's me. I know it's a business, and I know that everybody goes different roads, but I know there's a heavyweight out there that'll listen to what I got to say and say, hey, you know what? He wants to earn his spot, and so do I. Let's make a fight and let one of us earn their spot. So we'll see what happens.
What do you put it down to, the way that British boxing is so booming at the moment? Obviously, not long ago it was the American scene that was, you know, everyone wanted to be part of that. At the moment, everyone's coming to here. Obviously, Brooke Golovkin this weekend, you know, the pound for pound #1 at the moment. Golovkin coming over to Britain. What do you put it down to that everyone wants to be here and it's going so well over here at the moment?
Well, I think that there's so many other sports going on in America. You have the NBA, you have NFL. Right now, NFL 6 going to kick off tonight. You have, you name any sport and you got it here. So we got to split up. We got to split up a lot of different pieces of that pie with different sports, and that's part of the game. So, you know, I kind of feel that in Europe, in some European countries, you know, their boxers are their teams. Their boxers are their guys. They're superstars. We don't get that back in here in America. We don't get that. So I think that has a big part of it. And even more into it, I think that when Heyman came in and did his thing with the division and with his money, I think it kind of shook up the game here in America, because, you know, he was coming in paying some big money that now he ain't paying anymore. So now it kind of shook up the game. These networks don't want to pay anymore to get the fights that Heyman was putting on for free. So you know, that affects the game also. So, you know, there's different angles, man. But overall, in America, it's not even, I wouldn't even say 1/3, 1/4 of the level that you guys have going on over there. I'd say that not even in the heavyweight division, up and down, all divisions, boxing as a sport in general, from what I see what's going on over there to compared to what we have going on over here, I mean, you guys have taken over the scene. So, you know, I realize there's fans all over the world. I'm a Mexican fighter, and, you know, we have a lot of fans also from Mexico and the United States. But it just seems like the UK right now is the place to be at, the place to fight at.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely feels like that. It has a big fight atmosphere. You know, every time these fights are put together at the weigh-ins and the press conferences, and obviously especially the event itself. So I think you're right. I think it's something to all the fighters want to be a part of. And you know, I definitely like to see you fight over here. There's a lot of big names, and I think I personally like David Haye and yourself. I think that's a good explosive fight. I just hope it comes off for you and you get the fight you're after, Eric.
Yeah, but I appreciate that, man. And, you know, like, you know, I don't really know what the deal is with David Haye, but, you know, I think it's a great fight. You know, I think that's a good fight for him, for me, and to make him move. You know, he wants to put himself as a mandatory. So I just, you know, the biggest part of this game sometimes is being patient and keeping your eye on the prize. And that's the case for me right now. Just being patient and staying disciplined. And you know, I don't think there's a better place for me to be at other than to join Tyson Fury's camp and get the experience and get the rounds in and stay active and be in England doing that. You know, I think that's, if I'm not fighting, I think that's a good place for me to be at.
Yeah, most definitely. Maybe we catch up during camp, see how it's going when you're in the thick of it.
Definitely. That sounds good.
Brilliant. Well, listen, thanks a lot for your time, Eric, and I wish you the best of luck, and I will speak to you soon.
All right, thank you, man. Thanks for having me.
Take care, mate.